All right, let's begin our rendering process. We are going to render our jewelry models using a software called Keyshot. Keyshot is a very simple drag and drop rendering tool, and it delivers some of the best results in the entire jewelry industry. You can download the trial version and easily complete your initial inventory with it. I will be using an older version of Keyshot in this tutorial, but don't worry, the newer versions work almost the same. The interface looks slightly different, but the controls and workflow are identical. After installing the software, open the file named Render Setup AI for Jewelers from the downloaded course materials. You can download the complete set of materials used in this tutorial from the link provided in the description. Click on the Resources folder. You will notice there's a default 3D model included. We don't need this one, so we'll simply hide it. On your left, you'll see all the material options, metals, gems, and other presets. On the right, you'll see the main 3D workspace, where you can show or hide metals, diamonds, and any individual components. To clear everything out and start fresh for our new model, just go to the Model Set panel and uncheck the default model. Now let's set up our image size. Go to the Image tab, open the Preset dropdown, and click Edit Custom. I already have a preset saved, but let's create a new one. Click the plus icon, and we'll set the resolution to 1000 by 1000 pixels. This is a great size for product images. Now we're ready to import our jewelry models. I'll start with the Cosmic Starburst design. While importing, make sure your settings match the ones I've shown in the lesson. Your version of Keyshot may show a few extra options, but that's fine. Just follow this image, and you'll get the same result. Click Import, and our model will appear in the scene. Let me show you the basic controls. To pan the view, hold the scroll wheel and move the mouse. To rotate the model, just left-click and drag. Inside the Environment tab, go to Transform and adjust the height of the ground plane until it lines up nicely with your model. Now let's assign metal materials to the jewelry. Go to the Materials panel, choose a metal and drag it onto the model. Position the model at an appealing angle. You can rotate the environment to change the lighting and reflections. This is one of the most important parts of jewelry rendering. Every model behaves differently with light, so trust your eye. The more you practice, the better your taste will become. Try experimenting with different metal colors just to see how the design looks. If you want to undo anything, simply press Ctrl plus Z. For this model, I will stick with a white gold metal finish. When you are ready to render, click the Render button, either from the bottom toolbar or from the top menu. We will be rendering still images, so choose PNG or JPEG. I am keeping the resolution as it is and setting the DPI to 300. Make sure the Render Layers option is checked. This gives cleaner results. Now click Render. The rendering time depends on your system. The better your configuration is, the faster it completes. When you see a green check mark on the top left and 100% at the right bottom corner, Your render is done. Close the window and go to your folder. Documents, Keyshot, Renderings. You will find your final image saved here. Now let's create a few more angles. You can either rotate the environment or rotate only the model. To rotate just the model, go to the model set, right-click the object, and choose Move. Use the colored rotation lines to adjust the model exactly how you want. Once you are happy with the angle, click the green check mark. If needed, adjust the environment again and hit Render. If you ever want to return to the original position, just press Ctrl plus Z until you're back. Now let's place the model properly on the ground plane. Watch the shadow. That's the easiest way to judge whether it's sitting correctly on the ground. Adjust the environment if needed and render your final view. Three images are usually enough for one product, but you can create more if you want. So now for the Cosmic Starburst model, we have everything we need. A backup 3D model, volume details for price estimation, an STL file for manufacturing, and high-resolution jewelry renders for listing online. This completes the first model of our rendering process. Now let's move on to rendering our ramhead design. First, hide the Cosmic Starburst model or simply close that Keyshot window. It's always better to open a fresh session so the software runs smoothly and doesn't get heavy. Now import the Ram Silhouette Metal OBJ file. Use the scroll wheel, click and drag, to move around the scene and position your model comfortably. Next, import the Ram Silhouette Diamond OBJ file. Before we apply materials, let's quickly adjust the environment so the lighting works well for this design. These are two separate objects, the ram head in metal and the diamond eyes. Now let's assign materials. I will apply a metal color to the ram head first. For the eyes you can experiment. Maybe try sapphire or blue stones. But I personally feel diamonds give a much more elegant look here on yellow gold. You may notice that the eyes are reflecting the surrounding metal color, a bit too much. To fix that, just double-click the diamond material and enable the option Ignore Intersecting Geometry. This helps the stones look cleaner and more natural. I think the background size needs a little adjustment, so let's go to Transform and set it properly before rendering. That looks good. Let's go ahead and hit render. All right, let's check the final image. Looks great. Now, I want to render the same view in different materials, so let's simply switch the metal colors and render again. This way you get multiple color options without changing the camera angle. Once that's done, let's create a new view. This time, we will just rotate the model slightly, adjust the environment lighting, and render again. Finally, let's create a top or flat view. Select both objects, the ram head and the diamond eyes. Go to the Scene panel, right-click, and choose Move. Lay the entire model down on the ground plane. Keep an eye on the shadows to make sure it's placed correctly, and then render the final image. And that's it. Now we have 4 high-resolution jewelry images for the ram head model, all from different angles and in multiple materials. Now, let us work on our final model, the starfish ring. This is the last technical class of this course. And before we continue, I want to remind you of something important. Nothing improves your skills more than self-learning and constant experimentation. Once you finish this course, keep exploring different models, different materials, and different rendering setups. I am confident that the knowledge you've gained here will give you a strong entry-level foundation and help you build your own successful homegrown jewelry brand. Now let's begin. Start by importing the Starfish OBJ file. After that, import the diamond OBJ for the center stone. Adjust the environment lighting so the model is clearly visible. You'll notice that the ring is actually sitting halfway inside the ground plane. We need to lift it up and place it on the surface properly. So go to the Scene panel, select both objects, the ring and the diamond, right-click and choose the Move tool. Now drag the model upward with the help of assisted arrows until it rests neatly on the ground plane. Always check the shadow. It helps you understand whether the model is placed correctly. Once the model is positioned, set a good viewing angle, apply your metal material, and hit render. That looks good. Now let's experiment with a few more materials. Change the metal color, maybe try yellow, rose, or white gold, and render again. Next, I am going to lay the ring down on the ground plane to get a different type of product shot and render that view as well. When you are done, switch the material back to the previous one, so you have consistency in your main product images. So, all our high-resolution jewelry images are now done. At this point, we have completed all the key models. We have the 3D models, the STL files for production, and the high-resolution jewelry renders. In the next lesson, I will show you how to organize your data, price your products, and even how you can create hundreds of models and renders, completely free, using trial versions of different software. Great work so far, and I'll see you in the next video.